Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of Sara's View of Life right here on selfdiscoverywisdom.com. I'm your host, Sara Troy. Well, it's an exciting year ahead, I think. Yes, we're going to see tumultuousness out there. We're going to see an awful lot of stuff happening that we don't really want to see happening. I think there's going to be a revolution in the States. There's certainly a pushback. But this is what inspired me to set up a new genre. I have 19 genres right here on selfdiscoverywisdom.com. You can just find them right under podcasts when you go to the tag. And every one of those banners is a show. So I've added another one, Sisterhood of Common Sense Love, and all the men who love and support them. And like with everything happening in the world, what we really need is a good old-fashioned common sense and love in action. It's about channeling the nurturing wisdom of Mama, who knows how to set things right and get to work without hesitation. The Sisterhood of Common Sense Love podcast features inspiring women and men who stand beside them, sharing the practical solutions that are putting in place to help those suffering at the hands of power-hungry individuals. In their insecurity, these individuals harm humanity, often targeting women. This podcast shines a light on the strength, compassion, resilience of those that are making a real difference. In addition, these compassionate change makers promise to help those who cannot afford their services in full. They donate some of their expertise to empower, uplift, and guide women towards a brighter, more illuminating path. This podcast shines a light on strength, resilience, transformative power of love in action. And I'm going to bring you these remarkable men and the supportive men who have made a choice to inspire, liberate, and collaborate as one in humanity. And together, they are paving a way to freedom for all, showing us what is possible when love, wisdom, and common sense lead the way. This is what this channel is about. Why is it different to all my other channels? Because of the commitment the people I will interview will make, that they will either percentage off or they will donate their services or a portion of their service or something to someone in need along the way. When we're at a crossroads in life or when something happens to us that is most certainly our redirection, it generally happens when we've bottomed out. What happens when we bottom out? Well, it affects us financially. And that financial thing is something, a huge strain for people who are losing everything or in a redirection, or money is a criteria. These are the people that need the help the most. And especially with what we are seeing right now in the world, but I'm going to particularly point to Trumpism. We're going to see an awful lot of women and men that love them, individuals of all lives, families, you name it, are going to be in dire straits. Whether they voted for him or not, there are going to be many, many victims of his foul play. So, what I want to see is people who want to push back. And I do believe that arm in arm, uh, uh, forming a togetherness, a connectiveness of an umbrella, an orchestra of coming from a place of love and ability, that having ourselves in place for people who are at that transition, that need that hand up, not hand out, that need that loving attention to help them go on a different direction, to pick themselves up, to heal. I believe that, this is where we're at right now, and this is what's needed out of our community and our society. And channel is just going to be focusing in on that. Many of the other channels focus on it as well, but this is particularly people who are making that commitment. Some of these people will also commit to being part of our mentors directory, and where you will be able to see their services and what they offer people and what they offer in the sense of support for people at that crossroads of life who can't afford it, who do need the help. If we are willing to help one another stand up and take ownership and charge of our own lives, our own choices, our own future, then we as a whole, as a community, as a society, as a country, as a global concern, benefit each other. So the more we empower each other, the more we stand with each other, the more we uplift each other, the more we support in all areas of lives each other, the more we combat the disgrace of what is happening right now. Narcissistic misogyny and gluttony and opulence and entitlement has taken the reins. And they took the reins because they pulled the wool over people's eyes. And they took the reins because they cheated and they're con men. They took the reins because they have no conscience. They have no desire to be there for anyone else other than their own gain. This is a fact, absolute fact. So what are we going to do about it? While this tornado, hurricane, and tsunami is happening, and everything is going to bottom out, and people are, and states are pushing back and saying, we're not going to take this, we're going to stand and stand tall. I'm here in Canada wanting to be a part of that movement to make sure that you don't fall victim. I mean, the victimization has already started, but that there is an avenue. There are people, there are communities that are there to protect, to help heal, and to help lift you up in the right direction. And the more that we stand together, that force of love and common sense, and we push back from that space, the more it shrinks their ability. A bully is only a bully as far as we will let them bully. We don't fight back by bullying. We don't fight back by violence. We fight back with that common sense love and accountability and responsibility. These are people who will never take accountability or responsibility. They don't know how. So let us not even try. But the accountability and the responsibility of the people that support them knowing what they're doing. And there are people somewhat intelligent that are backing this misogynistic narcissism, opulence, greed, entitlement, because it protects them or empowers them at the expense of everyone else. These are the people that we would like to raise that consciousness on. There's no point in doing it on the others. They don't have a conscience. So how do we support the people that have become victims of this? We stand tall. We stand together. We stand united, and we stand collective. Collective in our force of energy, collective in our common sense and abilities, collective in our love, the core of our very being, of a humanity with a conscience. That is how we push back. Here in Canada, we do have some Trumpism scenarios going on, and we do have our political turmoil. We do have the influence of Trumpism, and we don't like it, and we're going to push back. We have around the world unrest. And what is this unrest being incited by? People who are misogynistic narcissists who feel that they're entitled to harm anyone under the illusion and the con artistry of a rhetoric, as long as it benefits them. Those days need to come to an end. And why do we see so many of them up there right now? Because the scum always comes to the top, and we need to scoop it off, and we need to start purifying the waters and holding each other accountable and responsible for our contribution, our consideration, our compassion, our abilities, and our love, in order to help our own lives and help the lives of those around us. The tide is turning, but at the present moment, the tide is facing its own volcanic eruption. And we need to kind of let this all come to an head. And then what we need to do is scoop it up and eradicate it, and then step up with purer waters. And those purer waters have got nothing to do with religion or politics or agendas other than the higher consciousness of humanity, of compassion, consideration, kindness, caring, and love towards one another and this planet. So self-discovery wisdom's platform is this platform. And every show I do, I'm always talking about the consciousness, whether we're talking about business, veterans, music, sensuality, um, children, animals, spirituality. It's always about that core, the core being of who we are, of taking ownership of who we are, of doing the work to bring out the best of who we are, to step into that light of who we are, and to be that answer, that contribution, that participation of what we need as a society. We do not stand alone. We are each an instrument looking for an orchestra that we can harmoniously play together with to transcend our music in a meaningful way. There is no one orchestra that fits all. And once you know your instrument, you'll know your orchestra. But knowing your own instrument and how to play it, and yes, you could be a soloist, but you know you'll be so much better in an orchestra and be able to do both. This is where we need that harmony. This is where we need that transcendence of that energy, that beautiful, divine, loving, healing energy out in the world. But it starts with us as we point a finger, government, this, that, or their fault. There's three pointing back at us. But what did we do about it? What are we doing about it? What are we going to do about it? And the only reason that these people can do what they're doing is because we gave them power to do so. How do we take that power back? We take it back by empowering ourselves. No pitchforks, no hate, no violence. Common sense love. What do you need to apply to heal yourself, to let go of what does not serve you, to embrace the gift that you are that is going to serve humanity? And once we do that, we bring it to our orchestra and we each play together harmoniously, in peace, in love, so that we can transcend the future. So the Sisterhood of Common Sense Love podcast is about that. I haven't got anyone lined up at the present moment. You will see a show there with Christina. I can't even pronounce her name. She actually interviewed me, but I put it up there in the Sisterhood because it talks about this and why I am doing it. On the other side of the things, of course, I am producing another book. This one is called Our Forgotten Seniors, and I am inviting seniors to be a part of this so that we can gather the people to get the next anthology out there on seniorhood. When we look at the way we treat our seniors in North America, especially in Western society, it is atrocious. Everything that you have today came about through a senior that was once young. And we should be respecting, revering, and supporting our seniors, and understand there's still so much more of for them to give, or if they've come upon hard times, or if they have no more to give, it's time for us to give back to them. So this anthology book will be addressing that, and will also be how prepared are you for your seniorship? Because I guarantee you're not. So this is my platform for 2025. This is where I am at and what I want to do. If you wish to be a part of the sisterhood, then please do reach out to me at self-discovery-wisdom at gmail.com, self-discovery-wisdom at gmail.com. If you go to self-discovery-wisdom.com and look under the podcast, you will see the sisterhood genre there. Everything that we offer there is there. The commitment is that I will give one service away a month, or I will do this, I will do that. But it's about how are you being there to support someone that you know is in need, that can't afford your services, but desperately needs them. Because if we're all about the money and we're all about the six figures and the rah-rah, then we've missed the point. Because we were given a gift and ability to enhance and enable and empower other people, right? The true currency is in love. Love of self, of love of what you do, and a love of who you serve. The true enrichment and abundance comes from the very core of you in what you do that enables that in other people. So, yes, make a shitload of money, but how are you going to seed and pay back and help others along their way? Because it's not all about financial power, it's what you do with that power in your finances, and how do you give back? because the more we're willing to give back and empower others, the richer we become as a society. So please check out the Sisterhood of Common Sense Love podcast. Check out, if you go to the orchardofwisdom.org, you'll see our Forgotten Seniors book, everything about that, how to join, what is required of you, what the whole deal is. Also, if you go to our Forgotten Children book, you will see the book that we've done in the past, and there is an audio still to come on that. I just got to get around that, and you will see the people that we've interviewed in the past. There will be a book, children's book, to at the end of 2025 coming up, maybe only coming up for 26. I have learned not to put so much on myself, because in doing so, I do not achieve. So this year, Sisterhood of Common Sense Love podcast is one of the platforms I really am pushing. The other is the Forgotten Seniors book, which I really want to get out this year and really support the seniors. After all, I am one. Just look at my hair. So it is about us, as a community, as a humanity. We know we've stepped wrong. We know we bought into the wrong rhetoric. We know we've been going down the wrong path. In knowing that, we don't just go, oh, it is what it is. No, it ain't what it is. It's what we're going to make it. And we decide to put in the work, the effort, the embracement of community, and work together, each and all of us in our own unique, beautiful instrument, and make this music transcend lives all around us. Okay, that's what it's all about. So the orchardofwisdom.com, orchardofwisdom.org will be where you'll find the book. Selfdiscoverywisdom.com podcasts or shows. You will see all the genres, and the Sisterhood of Common Sense Love is up there as well. If you would like to be a part of it and make that commitment that you will dedicate some of your time, money, effort to helping other people, then I would love to interview you, because that is what it is about. I do charge a minimal fee of $35 to do a show. It can be more if you wish, but that's the baseline, because that covers the cost of actually doing the show. And I really want to get you out there. I really want to get our sisterhood out there. And I really want us to be the difference that is desperately needed. We only may be a few grains of sand on this beach, but let's make sure that these few grains of sand really do make a difference. Okay, so come and join me. Sisterhood of Common Sense Love, and all the men that love and support them. Let us be the difference that is so desperately sought. A revolution is coming. There's a quiet revolution in play right now, and it's about compassion. It's about common sense, and it's about stepping up. Come and join us. Until next time, folks. Bye for now.